So we are now in a good situation to look at the code for this. So let's begin. I have this editor open in front of me. Like, I generally prefer to use VS Code, but you can choose any other editor of your choice. There are tons of editors out there. So I'll go ahead by including all the headers that are possibly possible. So, and we are in the std namespace. So I'll write the main function first. So in the main function, I'm expected to take inputs. If you remember, if you see the problem statement, the first line contains n and k, where n is the number of elements in the array and k is the threshold. So let's go ahead and take both of them. So I'll just take these two. Next, I'll take the array as input. So this array is of size n. So let me start a loop to from 1 to 0 to n minus 1 and take the input in array I. So now I am done with taking the inputs. Next, what I'll do is I will start my binary search. So if you remember, what was my searching all about? My predicate was, is the sum with this divisor less equals the threshold? And I was looking for the first t. This is what I'm looking for. So I'll go ahead and declare my low. Low is 1 because my search space was from 1 to the largest element in the array. So I will initialize the low to 1 and high to the largest number in the array. So I'll have to find the maximum. So let's go ahead and find the maximum. So let's say max number is the maximum number. So I'll go ahead and initialize it with int min. In this, when I'm taking the input itself, I can keep taking a running maximum of whatever is the max so far with the current number. So in that way, I'll be able to get the maximum of the array. So once I have that, this will become my high, and I have my mid also. So that's it. Now I will start my loop. I will go as long as low is less than high. So there are more than one element in the search space. First is the mid computation. So I will come back to it. Before that, we will take a decision. So in the decision, we will first check for the true condition, right? If the predicate evaluates to true, then what is it? So what is the predicate? Predicate, if you see, is the sum less equals the threshold. So let's say I have a function get sum, which gives me the sum with mid as the divisor for this array. So I'll write it down later, this function, but let's say this is the function. Then this becomes my predicate, that if this is true, that means I am at a t and I'm looking for the first t of an f star t star sequence. So I can ignore everything to the right of this mid, but I cannot ignore this mid because it can be the first t. So that basically tells me that my high will become my mid. Otherwise, if the predicate evaluates to false, then I can update my low to mid plus 1, which basically means I can discard. I am at an f and I am discarding everything to the left of this mid, including this mid. So with that in mind, now I can look at the mid computation. So which block is always progressing? The else block is always progressing, which updates the lower mid. So I will use the lower mid. So mid is low plus high minus low by 2. And I will even see out low as the answer. So my answer will be either low or high once you are left with one element. It's given in the question that you will always have a divisor, at least one divisor, which is less equals the threshold. So you don't need to do any sanity check. So we don't need a sanity check here. So the last part is writing this get sum function. So let's go ahead and write this get sum function. It will return an integer, which is the sum. It will take an array which you are, and it will take a divisor which you are divising. dividing with. So I will run a loop. So let's say this is my loop, and I will keep computing the sum by dividing. So let's say I have a sum which is 0 to begin with, and I will take the ceiling of the division. So what is the division? Array I upon the divisor, and I will return the sum. Now there is one more issue here, which is if you divide two integers, you are bound to get an integer as the answer. This is just a C++ artifact. So for instance, if you divide 7 by 3 and 7 and 3 both are integers, it will give you a 2. So then the ceiling of that will also be 2, right? But we want it to give us 2.333, so that when I take the ceiling of it, it gives me a 3, right? So for that particular reason, what I will do is I will typecast one of these, either the numerator or the denominator, to a float, so that now when I divide a float by an integer, I will get a float as the answer. So now 7 by 3 will be read as 7.0 by 3, which will give me 2.333. And then when I take a ceiling of it, it will give me a 3. So yeah, I think this is the code. We will go ahead and run this now. So let's go ahead and run this code. I have the code copied in my buffer, and this is the problem that was shared. This is the actual problem. I'll go ahead and submit this solution. So I'm using C++ 11, so this is fine. I'll just paste the entire code as it is, just making sure that this code is fine, and I'll go ahead and submit this. So now I can check whether the result of this by going to my submissions. So it's still queued. We will see the progress of this. Maybe let's try one more time. Yep. So all the test cases passed.